On today's show, I'm bringing you a brand new company that I'm super excited to have them on the show. They came on my radar, say about 4 or 5 months ago. We're talking about Vemanti Group, Inc. They trade on the OTC markets. Ticker symbol VMNT. And with us today is the CEO and chairman and founder of the company, Mr. Tran. Tan, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Everett. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be talking to you today.
Well, I'll tell you what, you came on my monitor about, like I said, 4 or 5 months ago, and I thought, I would love to have this guy on my show, explain to my listeners what you guys are doing out there in Vietnam, also in Taiwan. If you would, just give us about a 30-second overview of what the company's about, and then we'll get into the Q&A.
Well, that's actually a loaded question, Everett. It takes more than 30 seconds. But in a nutshell, what we do is that we go and find early-stage post-revenue companies in the fintech sector. We make an early investment, and then we come in and get them developed, and then work on getting them additional capital so they can expand. That way, we also at the same time increase our valuation, our investment portfolio.
Understandable, and that's what I'm excited about. My first question for you is really a contorial thing. Congratulations on the new institutional partners. What a huge deal. Rarely do we see something like this on the OTC markets company. So what's your secret? Where do we go from here?
It's no secret, actually, Albert. I wish we had one, really. It all comes down to fundamentals. Whether you're pink or NASDAQ, unless your business model is sound and solid, no institutional investor is going to give you money.
Right.
They have to like what you're doing, meaning are you addressing an economic pain point? How big is the problem? Are you potentially a $1 million company or a $1 billion company? What's the market size? And what makes you so unique, right? So they take all of this into consideration along with their investment guidelines. And then they look at your business to see how efficiently and effectively it's being managed. They have a certain set of criteria you have to meet before they even present you with a term sheet. And then the due diligence process starts. And I'm not talking about them just looking at our financial numbers. They do risk management analysis on everything in terms of people, assets, and operations, and also a wide range of investigation on our corporate governance, including all of our internal policies. And I mean, down to the level of how we even manage our data. What happens if we get hit by a disaster? What happens to all our documents, etc.?
Right.
They also hire an independent risk consulting firm to conduct background screening, threat, and vulnerability assessments on all entire management team, myself included. The secret is very simple, Everett. You just have to pass everything. So what does this mean for us? It means as a company, we're able to meet professional and institutional standards, which makes us different from many other early-stage companies, and is something we're very proud of.
Let me ask you this. Now that you guys have capital to grow your company, are you putting it to work right away? Are you waiting for certain opportunities to come your way? What are the plans?
Well, there's a reason why we often say it takes money to make money, right?
That's true.
The idea of getting additional capital is so we can generate more revenues and profits, especially in the finance industry. It makes no sense to have funds sitting idly. Before we even reach out to potential capital partners, we had already done financial projections since no one's going to give you money if you have no idea how you're going to spend it.
Right.
So also for us, it's not so much about what we do and how we do it. It's more about why we're doing it. Our mission is to make a positive economic and social impact by helping the SMEs and the middle-class entrepreneurs grow and sustain their businesses, which benefits the whole economy directly.
Tan, just for a second, educate my listeners. What is SMEs?
Small, medium enterprises.
Okay. So you're not doing any consumer loans. You're going straightly to people that...
Yeah, we don't do consumer loans. We don't do small loans. We don't do unsecured lending. We do strictly, business loans, and every loan is fully collateralized and with also personal guarantee for the management team of the company. So anyway, the bottom line is if we don't put all the capital we have to work right away, we're missing the whole point why we're doing this, right? So yes, we're going to deploy it as fast as we can.
So let me ask you this. In a recent interview, I believe you mentioned a possibility of gold refinery investment and acquisition. Are you able to give any more details before I let you go today?
What I can say at this point is that there's a lot of traction, and the negotiation is moving along very nicely. Once our terms and conditions are confirmed, we'll have more information to share with the public. The company is based in a country in West Africa where Barrick Gold Corporation also has their mining operations.
Yeah, second largest gold company. Yeah.
You know, Mr. Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway, recently just took up a new position in Barrick Gold Corporation.
Yeah, he said he was never going to invest in gold. He was always going to invest in banks, and now he has flip-flopped that. You're absolutely 100% right.
Yeah, that's a good indication of how they feel about the future of the industry, right?
Right.
Back to your question, I mean, our target is to have at least 20% equity in this company to start, and with options for more. We'll then work on a financing structure for them very similar to what we've done for funded e-loan. We expect equity exchange to take place quickly, but the later steps require bringing in an investment banker, so it will take some time to get everything finalized. Right now, they're doing about 2.4 tons a year. If everything goes as planned, we'll be looking at taking this company from $160 million a year to more than $700 million a year in revenue. That would increase their production level to more than 10 tons a year and eventually qualify them to be accredited by LBMA, right? And LBMA stands for London Bullion Market Association, which not only allows them to supply gold to the London market, but also makes their valuation go up tremendously. And that's just for the refining business. On top of that, they have 3 mines waiting to be explored, and have already made plans to start on one next year that can potentially yield 5 kgs per day, which is more than $100 million a year. Just that one mine. So the idea is for us to start mapping out different components of the business going forward to see how we come in and make everything complementary, for them. Having their own mining operation will enable them to control the supply and also increase the margins on their refining business. We've been even discussing about how we could potentially start consolidating the 300-plus small-scale and artisanal mines in West Africa around this country. As I said previously, we're not working the deal so we can say, we have ownership in a gold company. This is going to be a long-term revenue-driven investment for us, and we'll be looking at utilizing blockchain technology to help them better manage supply chain challenges and also to possibly tokenize their gold as a stable currency and a payment form. We do have access to some of the best, blockchain engineering talents in Southeast Asia and Eastern Europe. So this is something we can actually make happen, not just, a talking point for us.
Tran, we got a little bit less than a minute left. Let me ask you this. What is it that you want my listeners and your stockholders to take away from today's interview?
They should be excited about the future prospect of the company. There's a lot going on behind the scenes that we haven't told the market about. We're constantly looking for opportunities to be involved in and how we can grow the company, and how fast we can increase, shareholder value. So you're looking for something as an investment and not just a stock to flip. I mean, you should take a look at VMNT.
My guest today has been Tran. He is the CEO and chairman and founder and president of Vemanti Group, Inc. You can find them on the OTC markets. Their ticker symbol is VMNT. Tran, I want to thank you for coming on the show today. Like I said, you guys came on my radar about 4 or 5 months ago. I'm super excited to have you on the show. Hopefully I didn't scare you away. Hopefully you'll come back on in 50 or 60 days and give us an update.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. I enjoy our conversation. I look forward to speaking to you again in the future, Everett.
This program is entirely sponsored and produced by La Jolla Media LLC, which is responsible for the content. The opinions and information provided on this program are for educational and research purposes. Stock Day encourages all listeners of this program to do their due diligence and research when determining investment strategies that will work for them, or to seek the assistance of an investment professional.